Hey, listen, brothers and sisters, man. If you like what you hear, hit the subscribe button, man. Subscribe to this channel. And also, please, go to isubk.com and pay your tithe. Drop me some cash so we can move around this planet like we need to, man, and do the things we need to do.
They're one West. They're one West. They're one West. They're
One Westboro.
Right. Everything is lawful. Westworld. The pressure on. I remember bringing nothing home. Make it little just to make it known. Steady, ready, better watch your tone. When I was 5'7", I was breaking. I had a 5'7", now I want the chrome. 9'11", I was in my zone. Lose the argument or lose your dome. Keep cool, ain't no running up. Damn, now I'm coming up. They coming against me, you dumb or what? You drawing, you done enough. They told me don't rush it, just wait my time. Paying attention, I see the signs. Coming right to me like Amazon. No time for distractions, I'm on the grind. Little shorty, your ticket, she know she fine. Got a couple of, so never mind. They throwing the shade cause they know I shine. Reason I'm going in overtime. You stuck in your ways, you keep fantasizing. I just go get it, don't think about it. Don't make it an issue, it ain't a problem. Not too much talking, just organizing. One Westworld, no way around it. Heavy, so you know I'm grounded. Too sturdy, I'm well rounded. Tunnel vision, I don't see a challenge. Get a minute, I'm killing it. Case closed, I don't need a gavel. No, you hate it, don't even matter. New page, still the same time.
Mike, but just never forget that I do not. Always have that fresh in your mind. That I feel absolutely nothing for your pain and your problem. Because I know that all of your pain and problems are a test to make you stronger.
I live in a world where we coincide. If you're not ready to stay inside, you're drowning away. You're gonna ride. You stick to the end, you get glorified. Yeah.
Seeing if you're gonna step up in you're gonna run.
Stick to the end, you get glorified. Let's make it official, I'm winning up. One of the greatest is no exempt. It took me a minute to figure it out. I was struggling, and it made a man. I shuffled the deck and I played my hand. Just give me a reason to put them on you. Didn't believe that I had me a vision. Should I believe that you is loyal? We giving up game, they fumbling plays. I'm tired of talking, I'm racked out. Before that we started, they tapped out. I jumped in my duffel and blacked out. What you witnessing is elevation. Glory road to my destination. The haters, it's a celebration. And I put that on my reputation. When the fall, this is a demonstration. You're sick and I know they hate it. One Westworld every season. Hot boy, this dedication. I'm giving game, I don't need favors. Go against it, you won't see the danger. You ain't family, you a damn stranger. I'll beat your ass, I don't need a baby. I don't got time for excuses. I'm plotting on making the killer. I'm getting the feeling, they know that I'm coming, I'm running. Let's get to the business. I'm still playing my post. Taking the rim like Jesus. Don't run with too many people. I don't feel none of us equal. None of us equal.
And there are some brothers and sisters that know that so much, they would never leave. They would never abandon you. Since you have to stay alive here, they'll stay alive with you.
I live in a world where we coincide. If you're not ready to stay inside, you're drowning away. You're gonna ride. You stick to the end, you get glorified. Yeah. You stick to the end, you get glorified.
They're one West. They're one West. They're one West. They're one West.
Hey, give it up. This is a Wednesday night biblical law class. Hey, we the ISUPK, the Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge, coming straight out of 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York. We are under Commanding General Yohana. If it's not under Commanding General Yohana, it is not the truth. And we've been bringing this out since 1969, that Blacks, Latinos, and the Native Americans are the true biblical Jews of the Bible, and our oppressor is the devil that the Bible speaks of. Right. You understand? Meaning he's the biggest deceiver on the face of this earth. You see what I'm saying? And what we're going to realize is, a lot of the times, what we're going to realize is he uses Black people to push his agenda. Right. You see what I'm saying? And this is what a lot of these so-called OGs and stuff like that in our communities, this is what they don't understand. You know, so you got these older cats. You got these older cats in the community, you know, and this is just, we going off of next week, Salaki off of last week's class. You got these older cats in the community and they're misleading our youth. Right. You see what I'm saying? They misleading our youth, and our youth is out here doing whatever under the sun, and they getting all the blame for it. When the blame don't belong to them, it belongs to the generations that came before them because they did not raise them.
Right.
They did not teach them properly. You see what I'm saying? You know, so just naturally, if we're gonna point out what these so-called OGs or these elders, so-called elders or leaders in our communities, what they're not doing or what they're not teaching our youth, of course, here in the UPK, we're going to teach the youth. We're going to teach our people what the Lord requires of us to bring us back to the place we belong. And that's on top of every nation. You understand? So we're gonna get that. We're gonna do a little review last week. You see what I'm saying? If you online, go ahead and tap in. You know, check in online. You know, we'll be asking some questions. You know, get some participation in class as well as online. You see what I'm saying? Last week we started getting into the 10 Commandments. You know, the 10 Commandments, we know that it was over 600 laws. We know it was over 600 laws in the Bible. But everybody seemingly is knowledgeable of, who's that?
No, real quick. Upper is count. On his. That's the same. It's the same person.
Okay. Yeah, so the 10 Commandments, like everybody's heard of the 10 Commandments at least. You see what I'm saying? So we going through the 10 Commandments. We breaking down these 10 Commandments because, yeah, we've heard of it, but a lot of us do not know or do not understand the 10 Commandments. So that's what we going. That's what we getting into. That's what we left off last week. We did the first 4 commandments. So this is my question for in class and online. We're gonna give it a second. Can you tell me the first 4 commandments? I prefer them in order. If not in order, what are the first 4 commandments? You know,
Right. New Testament.
Your officer, we gotta do it in order. You see what I'm saying? In order.
So like the New Testament.
No, the 10 Commandments.
All right.
Come.
In order.
If you're online, you can go ahead and type it in the chat too. You see what I'm saying? We're going to try to get some participation online. That's a man me. I already know. Listen, hey, Uriah Allah. You see what I'm saying? Hey, you can hold on for a second. I know he know. You see what I'm saying? Go. We're gonna get into class. Anybody got want to take a shot at it?
All right, so I think number 1 is no God before me.
Yeah, no gods before me. That's the first one.
Number 2, keep the Sabbath day holy.
Nah.
That's not murder.
Say it again.
Is it murder?
Nah. So you got the first one. Thou shalt have no gods before me. That's the first one. What's the second one? Remember, the first 4 commandments are dealing with the Most High. So you should have no other gods before me. What's the second one?
And they all dealing with the Most High.
The first 4 is dealing directly with the Most High. Look at it like that. No idols. Okay, the sister got it. Okay, Inez. It's like, what's your real?
Yeah, that's not real.
Okay, what's her name?
That's her name.
Inez. Okay, Inez, she got it right. There's no idols. You're not to worship any false idols. No engraven images. None of that nonsense. You feel me? We're to worship none of that. You see what I'm saying? So we got no God before me. You know, do not bow down and worship any false idols. That's number 2. What's number 3?
Salat said it's the
Good.
Sabbath.
Nah.
Trying to think. So I think I know the time. Well, with the
We got the sister Sage checking in. Shalom, sister Sage. Sage checking in.
hold on, let me get that up. What's number 2?
Okay. Anybody want to take a shot at that third one? What's the third commandment that
They
the
all
Lord
dealing
gave?
with the Most High. All 4.
So Say it again.
And all 4 of them deal with the Most High.
Yeah, so we got 2 of them already. You could not to have no gods before me. The second one is
No idol.
no worship any false idols. And this is important. These are the things we got to remember. You see what I'm saying? We got to remember these things because pretty much all the law can hang on these 10 commandments. You see what I'm saying?
Is it? She said, "Don't say his name in vain." Don't say his name in vain.
Who said that?
And then
Do not say the name. There you go. You should not say the Most High's name in vain. Inez is on it.
I thought that was like
Inez is on it.
6.
She is on it.
Uriah said,
The Uriah cannot answer.
"You said it's a lot." You said, "Am I still?"
Uriah cannot answer these questions. Yeah, so we got 3. Inez got 2. So the sister got 2. So where we at? Thou shalt not have any gods before me.
No idol.
Don't bow down to any false or worship any false idols. Do not take the name of our Lord, the Most High, in vain. His name in vain. What's the last one? What's the 4th one that we went over? Somebody said it here already.
Sabbath.
Yeah, keep the Sabbath holy. You see what I'm saying?
And
So, just to recap, those are the first 4 commandments, and that's in order. Thou shalt have no gods before me. Do not bow down and do not worship any false idols. Do not take the name of the Lord thy God in vain. And you were to keep the Sabbath day holy. You see what I'm saying? So we went over, what that actually meant. Some examples of it. Because a lot of times we've been tricked and we've been kind of like misguided. Even with the simplest of things. Like we don't realize, but we've been taught to hate the Sabbath. If we even understood the Sabbath and while we were out here in the world, we were taught to keep it wrong. The Sabbath was like a burden to us. You see what I'm saying? The Sabbath was something that we couldn't do nothing on. Friday sunset was like, listen now, we can't do nothing to Saturday night. You can't watch TV. You see what I'm saying? You scared of you eating cold lunch meat sandwiches every Friday and Saturday. You see what I'm saying? Like you were scared to come out the house. That's how we was taught. That's all a lie. You see what I'm saying? But these are the things that the elders in our community should have been teaching us. These are the things that the so-called, what they call themselves, OGs in the community, this is what they failed to teach us. You see what I'm saying? This is what we failed. This youth that they call the YNs in this movement, they never learned this. So how can you blame them for it?
right.
You see what I'm saying? Go, you had a question?
I was gonna say, what you bringing out is real heavy because I just think about, all the older heads around my way. They would just teach you how to be like street smart and stuff like that, and what to look out for and stuff like that. But they never really taught you nothing for real when it comes to like the laws and statutes of the Most High, or not even that, like how to better yourself. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, it was more or less like, oh, that's the lane you in. This what you gotta do with this lane type. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
It was never like, nah, you shouldn't do this. You know what I'm saying? You should try to do this or whatever. So what you bring on is a heavy class because a lot of times we look at the YNs like they tripping, but it really is the people before us in my generation. We ain't teach our people right.
Yeah.
And that's just really what it is.
That's exactly what it is. And here's another thing. They don't even teach us. The old heads, they didn't even teach street smarts.
Gone.
You see what I'm saying? Like they didn't even teach you how to move in the streets and do
Right.
certain things. You feel me? This is the only street smarts we can have.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? Like street smarts is be loyal to your protection.
Gone.
Be loyal to the person or to the being or the power that can actually change your life for the better.
Right.
That's street smarts. You see what I'm saying? We wasn't taught that. We were taught to be street stupid.
Gone.
You see what I'm saying? That's why we taught to serve a Caesar Borgia. That's why we're taught to serve a rock in Christianity and Islam.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? That's not street smart.
Gone.
We were taught to be foolish, man.
Gone.
We were taught to be unwise. And that's why you see, what you see right now is a product of the failure of the older generations not teaching the young generations. You see what I'm saying? But this is why the Lord has also sent his priests and his prophets, man, to correct those wrongs. You see what I'm saying? And that's why, when we get into breaking down what the commandments are. Like, how many people actually had the 10 Commandments? You've heard of it.
Right.
We've all seen during, Easter time, they put that 10 Commandments movie on with Charleston Heston and all that. You see what I'm saying? We done all seen that. But how many of us truly understand what these 10 Commandments are? You see what I'm saying? A lot of us don't.
Right.
A lot of us never had the proper understanding or the proper breakdowns on how to keep these laws, these laws, statutes, and commandments. You feel me? So this is what we're doing now. So now we're gonna get into, if we go to Exodus 20. Let's start in Exodus 20, Brother Bashar. When you wanna, and this is when you wanna get into the 10 Commandments. Exodus 20 is where you wanna get the list of the 10 Commandments. So make sure you put that in your notes if you don't already have it.
It's like it, sir. Do you have a verse?
Yeah, come, give me 1 second. We're gonna be at Exodus 20, and let's start in verse 12. So this is the 5th commandment. So the way you look at it, like, all the 10 commandments are dealing with the Most High.
All right.
Good. But the way you can break it down is the first 4 commandments is dealing directly with the Most High. The from 5 through 10 is dealing with your brother.
Right.
Dealing with how you deal with your brother. You see what I'm saying? And that's what we're going to get into now. You see what I'm saying? All of it is still dealing and serving the Most High. But this is how you can break it down and simplify it for yourself. So we can go ahead and get into Exodus chapter 20 and verse 12. And we're going to get a break. We're going to break this commandment down, so we have a thorough understanding of what it really means. Go ahead.
Exodus chapter 20, verse 12. Honor thy father and thy mother, that thy days may be long upon the land which the Lord thy God giveth thee.
It's a honor thy father and thy mother, that thy days may be long upon the land which the Lord thy God giveth thee. What does that mean? Anybody can take a shot at it. What does it mean to honor your mother and your father? Good.
It's like, does it take care of your parents the way they took care of you? Like when they get old, you know what I'm saying? You take care of them. You know what I'm saying? They ask you something. Long as it's love, you go out and help your parents. And like, especially from our generation, like, when you look at it, like, we judge our parents. That's why it's a heavy class you're talking about in this law. Like, a lot of our people, we look back at our parents like, yo, they really wasn't who. It don't matter. That's your parents. You know what I'm saying? Right. So, like, that's how I look at it. Like, you know what I mean? You take care of your parents.
Yeah. Because
you wouldn't even be here with your parents.
Take care of your parents. That's an excellent point. You feel me? So that's definitely something that, honoring thy father and mother, that's what it means. You got anything up?
I had heard a class from General Muhammad one day, and I'm gonna piggyback on what Kanan said. He basically is telling them the right thing. You're supposed to take care of your family, when your mother and our father. And like when how you was a baby, and they took care of you as a baby.
Mm-hmm.
When your parents go into that sucking age, they get older, you're going to take care of them as they took care of you in the baby stage.
Yeah. Man, what you're saying is absolutely right. But here's the thing. Here's the problem. A lot of times, that's not what's being taught about this scripture, about this verse. When they say honor thy father and honor thy mother, that's not what society thinks that means. Society takes that to say, or the Christian church or the Muslim mosque take that to mean whatever your parents say to you, that's what you should do. You see what I'm saying? Whatever your parent, whatever God they give to you, that's the God you're going to serve. You see what I'm saying? Whatever they put on your plate, that's what you're going to eat. You see what I'm saying? When Mother's Day come up, when Father's Day come up, that's how you honor me, by getting me a gift.
Right.
Make me feel special on this day. You see what I'm saying? That's what the Christian church, that's what society, that's how they honor and teach us to honor thy father and thy mother. You see what I'm saying? That's not what the Lord told us, man.
Right. That's right.
You see what I'm saying? We was never taught the proper way to honor our father and our mother. We was never taught that. You see what I'm saying? Again, this is where these so-called YNs, the younger generation, this is where we have failed them. We, meaning the older generations, have failed them. You see what I'm saying? Because there is no respect. And I hate when I hear brothers sit back and the older cats, they sit back and they talk about, man, it ain't the same back in my day.
Right.
You know, when I was back, when we was out here doing our thing, man, it was rules to this thing. You feel me? You know, and what you couldn't do this, you couldn't do that. Listen, everything you're doing is wrong anyway. How the hell you gonna get frustrated because somebody doing a little more wronger than you? You see what I'm saying? We was never taught this. We was never taught the proper way. You see what I'm saying? So our OGs were foolish, man.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? But Barakatah Yahweh Yahweh Shah, that he has raised up priests and prophets in the UPK, man, that's going to break this stuff down.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? So if I could, let me get Ephesians chapter 6 and verse 1.
Honor one time.
We're going to break down what it means to honor thy father and thy mother. This is the 5th out of the 10 commandments.
Ephesians chapter 6, verse 1. Children, obey your parents in the Lord, for this is right.
It's a children. Read that again.
Ephesians chapter 6, verse 1. Children, obey your parents in the Lord, for this is right.
It's a children. Obey your parents in the Lord, for this is right. You see what I'm saying? And that's a heavy point right there.
Right.
Because you're to obey your parents when it says in the Lord, according to these law, statutes, and commandments. All right. You see what I'm saying? When Mother's Day come up and you don't give your mother a gift, you ain't got to feel bad. When the birthday come around and you don't say happy birthday or buy a cake and candles, you don't have to feel bad. Huh?
Right.
When Father's Day come up, you don't have to say, hey, happy Father's Day, Pops. Listen, you ain't got to do none of that nonsense, and you ain't got to feel guilty about it.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? The Most High said, read that one more time.
Ephesians chapter 6, verse 1. Children, obey your parents in the Lord, for this is right.
And this is how we obey our parents. We obey our parents in the Lord by keeping these law, statutes, and commandments. That means if our parents come and tell us to do something that's contrary to what the Lord say, we do not obey that.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? But if it's something that's lawful, we should be willing to do it for our parents. You see what I'm saying? And what society will do, especially when you first come into the truth, you know, it feels like everybody's against you. Feel like the whole world against you. You see what I'm saying? You can't talk to your family no more. You know, every time you talk to your family, y'all arguing, y'all beefing and stuff like that. So be it. So be it.
All right.
You see what I'm saying? Honor thy father and thy mother in the Lord. Don't honor them the way they say they want to be honored. Do it the way the Lord say they should be honored. You feel me? Because that's where the glory comes from. That's where the honor comes from. You see what I'm saying? The Most High is the only one that can give honor. You see what I'm saying? So if the Most High is giving honor, at the very least, we got to do it the way He says it should be done. You see what I'm saying? So if you're a child and you being raised up, you're a young man and young lady, and your parents are telling you to eat this pork. They telling you to celebrate Christmas. They telling you to celebrate Thanksgiving. That is not serving the Lord. Huh? Check the comments. Did you get on? Are you on all platforms?
Oh, snap. Yeah, I was on the ISUBK YouTube. Because I was posting the thumbnail. They wanted me to take it down.
No, it's some questions. Brothers are posting questions. I think it's on other platforms, and it's not showing up right here.
No, I only got YouTube.
What about the Facebook accounts?
That's correct. That's correct.
No, you should be able to. What's the name of it on here? Let me see something. Give me 1 second, Bubba Kasha.
don't know. I see some other. Oh, that's it.
When you go to the setup, can you add the other platforms, or did you already add?
They up here, but I don't know how to see their comments.
It should still post up, and it still should post on here.
I don't see anybody else. No new questions.
Okay. Well, just fiddle around with that. See if you can see if you can pull up.
It say view on Facebook. I don't really want to click that and then stream y'all have to come off the screen. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, come. They said they posted from YouTube. What's the YouTube? It's Baltimore Israelite.
RCBK Baltimore.
Baltimore. We're gonna try to correct that. If you posting comments and we can't see it, just be patient. We'll try to get to it.
They just got posted on the YouTube page.
Yeah, they said they did. Rep say he did post on the YouTube page. All right, let's get back into it and see if we can fix that problem. Yeah, so pretty much you obey your parents, but you obey your parents in the Lord. Let me get Ecclesiasticus, Baba Kashaw. Ecclesiasticus chapter 3 and verse 1. Ecclesiasticus in the Apocrypha.
What is it?
Ecclesiasticus chapter 3. We're going to start in verse 1.
Ecclesiasticus 3 verse 1. Hear me, your father, O children, and do thereafter, that ye may be safe.
Hey, so like real quick, so we had a question. The question was, how should our people respond or feel about Trump sending federal troops into our communities? You understand? How should our people respond or feel about Trump sending federal troops into our communities? Here's the thing: Trump sending federal troops into Baltimore and into Chicago. You understand? These are political ploys, political stunts. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
You know, if you've been following along, he's been having a back and forth with the governor of Maryland, Wes Moore. You see what I'm saying? So if you black, Hispanic, or Native American, realize that the National Guard is not being sent into Maryland or is being sent into Baltimore for all of Baltimore.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? The National Guard is being sent into Baltimore to police, make arrests, and further oppress blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans.
That's right.
That's what the National Guard is doing. You see what I'm saying? So if you black, Hispanic, or Native American, here's the thing. This is high time that you get into the ISUPK.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? This is the only protection that we have as a people.
Right. You
see what I'm saying? It comes down to your word against their word. You see what I'm saying? The National Guard is not sitting here to you know, if you look at it, what's the purpose of the National Guard?
Basically, to defend the city and stuff like that.
Yeah, like, you know, the National Guard would have been it'd have been more understandable for the National Guard to be sent into DC on January 6th, the January 6th riots.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? When they were trying to overthrow the government.
Right. Exactly.
You see what I'm saying? That's what the National Guard should have been brought in for. You see what I'm saying? But to send the National Guard into a city like Baltimore, to a city like Chicago, here's the thing. The scriptures say, can Satan cast out Satan? Can Satan cast out Satan? Absolutely not. You see what I'm saying? You look at the crime. You look at the crime that they say they got to come and they got to clean up and that they got to fight. Realize the biggest criminals on the face of the earth are them.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? So can they cast themselves out? No, they can't. You see what I'm saying? But what you should be feeling if you Black, Hispanic, or Native American and hearing that the National Guard is coming into Baltimore, coming into Chicago, what you should be understanding is the ISUPK is your only safe haven. You see what I'm saying? It don't matter if you got your papers right. It don't matter if you're not committing no crimes. Listen, your nationality will be used against you.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? This is the only protection that you have. So that's if you Black, Hispanic, and Native American, and you hear about the National Guard coming in, listen, this is the time that you better start ringing these phones here in ISUPK, getting into these classes, man, making your election sure.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? Because this is the only protection for Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. Here in the ISUPK, we're the only ones who give a damn about Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans.
Right.
You understand? Like, we was up in D.C. a couple of weeks ago. National Guards wasn't in Chinatown.
Right.
Some of the biggest illegal immigrants in this country are in Chinatown. No National Guards with it. They commit crime too. You see what I'm saying? But what you're going to see is the National Guard, they're going to come through and they're going to start bullying Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. You see what I'm saying? Because we're oppressed and we don't know how to respond in a manner in which we don't put ourselves under subjection. Because we haven't been taught the right way, we don't respond the right way to oppression. You see what I'm saying? It's nothing but a trick bag to put us in prison. You see what I'm saying? It's nothing but a trick bag to get our Latino brothers and stuff deported out of this country. You see what I'm saying? So if you Black, Hispanic, or Native American, and you hearing about these National Guards coming into Baltimore, coming into any Black city, just realize they're not coming into the city for nobody except us.
All right.
You see what I'm saying? Yeah. So that was the question that brother had. You had anything? Good enough.
I was gonna say, and the crazy part about it is when they bring in the National Guard to the DC, when you said the devil, they ended up fighting their own. The devils ended up going against them. You know what I'm saying? Because devils don't like.
They don't like being police.
They don't like being police.
Yeah.
And I think one of the district attorney, whatever he was, he came out there and he started calling them other devils, hippies, and all that. He like, we gonna have to do something about these old, you know what I'm saying? So, all the Trump supporters is gonna end up, we just gonna have to sit back and continue to keep these laws and get to the school while let them devils deal with that.
Follow-up question: should our people expect brutal treatment at the hands of the government? How should we respond? Here's the thing. We've already been receiving brutal treatment. You see what I'm saying? Like, at the hands of the government. This is nothing new in a sense, because all the brutality that we suffered is orchestrated by the government. You see what I'm saying? So the National Guard coming in is no different. You see what I'm saying? But what is going to happen is when they start pinpointing certain neighborhoods and certain groups of people, you see what I'm saying? Like, we brought this out a while ago, especially when ICE was running rampant, which they still are. You see what I'm saying? It doesn't matter if you have the correct papers,
right,
the correct documentation. You see what I'm saying? They are beating brothers up. They are beating sisters up. They're snatching kids out of their parents' arms, out of their homes. You see what I'm saying? Expect brutal treatment.
Right.
You understand? Expect brutal treatment from this government. The same as we always been getting. You see what I'm saying? This is why we tell every Black, Hispanic, and Native American, like, if you're not knocking down the doors of ISUPK, This is your only refuge.
Right.
3430 Eastern Avenue here in Baltimore City, that's the only refuge for Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. You see what I'm saying? The way you should respond to the National Guard coming into Baltimore is to get into the UPK.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? And get under the protection of the Most High.
Right.
You understand? Come into class, pay your tithes. You see what I'm saying? Come down, sit down and learn how to serve the Lord for the first time. That's what we're going over right now. You see what I'm saying? Teaching our brothers, teaching our sisters, you feel me? Black, Hispanic, and Native American, how to properly serve the Lord, man. What are the things we got to do to get on the Lord's side? You understand? Because if we're going to keep living the life that we've been living, you know, being drug dealers, being criminals, you see what I'm saying? Though we know it stems from oppression, this oppressor that we're under don't give a damn.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? He's just going to further use that to oppress us even more. Good.
I was going to say, you know, the sad part about the Christian church, they're going to teach our people when the National Guard come into our cities, they're going to teach our people to go out there and march and protest and cry for the government to save us when the whole time is the government doing it. And this is repeating the same cycle. That's what they're going to teach our people once the National Guard come in here, to march and protest against the National Guard coming in here.
Yeah, and then what you're going to hear, well, here's the thing. In some cases, you'll see that. But in a lot of cases, you got these Christian churches, you got these Muslim mosques who they welcome the National Guard coming. Let's clean this up. We got to clean this up. You see what I'm saying? It's good that they coming in. You see how Baltimore is? Hey, all this nonsense happening. It's good that the National Guard is coming in. You see what I'm saying? So here it is. You got this oppressor. He creates the problem. And then he's the one that finds the solution to solve it. So now all of a sudden he's the knight in shining armor that came and saved Baltimore and saved all these Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans from being criminals. You see what I'm saying? That's absolutely false. He is the criminal.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? Realize that Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans wouldn't be committing crimes if he wasn't putting these things in our communities. If he wasn't oppressing us, if he didn't have his foot on our neck, you see what I'm saying? Realize that we wouldn't be committing the crimes that we committing today.
Do
it.
It's a powerful point you put up. That's just like him creating endangered species. And then super donations so they can go save them endangered species. Bro, they wouldn't be endangered if you wasn't over there doing what you're doing.
Who the hell is endangering certain species? You see what I'm saying? But this is the beast that we're dealing with. And that's what we got to understand. And that's why the Christian church and that Muslim mosque is so damn wicked out.
Right.
It's so wicked because here it is, you got people that's coming in to further oppress our people. And we want it to happen. We want it to happen. Instead of us getting out here and doing the hard work and teaching the truth of the Lord. You see what I'm saying? Teaching it and self-checking yourself. You got to self-check.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? If you know you've been living wrong and stuff like that, self-check. Don't wait for the National Guard to come in and give them a reason to unalive your brothers and sisters. You see what I'm saying? Just so you can live comfortable. You can live in the hills and you ain't got to worry about, things happening to you. When you've been spewing all manners of wickedness, you see what I'm saying? Telling us to serve false gods, telling us to serve, be second and third class citizens to other nations. Right. That's what you become. When you become a Christian, you become a second and third class citizen in your own religion. In the religion not in your own religion, in the religion that you choose to serve, because the so-called white man, he's the first class citizen in that religion. If you Black and you call yourself a Muslim, you are a second and third class citizen serving in the religion you choose to serve. You feel me? The Arab, the Bible calls him the wild man, Ishmael, the Arab. That's his religion. That's his God. You see what I'm saying? He gets first dibs on everything there. So here it is, you teaching our people to commit all manners of wickedness, all manners of, telling our people that the law is done away with. We can do all manners of wickedness, you see what I'm saying? And then all of a sudden, you place the blame on the youth. Right. You see what I'm saying? Because that's where the Christian mind is going. That feeds right into this topic. That's where the Christian church goes. It's all these youngins, they out here, they doing all, they shooting and they killing. Why are they shooting and killing?
Right.
Why are they doing these things? Because these OGs did not teach them right. You see what I'm saying? Good.
This class is powerful, right? Because even if you look at it, when it comes to this Christian church, a lot of us who grew up in the Christian church, we seen the wrongdoings and all that. And like, yo, bro, I'm good with all that God stuff y'all talking about.
Yeah.
I'd rather just go to the streets and do what I do.
Yeah.
It's crazy. You feel me? So like, this is a powerful class that you're bringing out because the Christian church is a virus, man. It's a plague on our people. And it just continually destroys. And there's multiple ways that they destroy us when you really break down the web of Christianity, how dangerous it is.
Damn right.
It's dangerous.
It's dangerous and it's so wicked. You see what I'm saying? Because the one thing that you don't want to do is be the one thing that is disgusting is to be a hypocrite.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? For you to create a problem and then put the blame onto somebody else. You feel me? And that's what these Christians and these imams and these Muslims are doing.
Right.
They created the problem that they don't want to see no more. You see what I'm saying? Now they just want National Guard to come in and clean them up.
Right.
Y'all come clean up the mess we made. That ain't how it work out. You see what I'm saying? The Lord gonna hold you accountable for that. The Lord gonna hold you accountable for teaching these young brothers and these young sisters to be Muslims and to serve and worship these false gods. You feel me?
Right.
And that's what we're getting into. That's why we gotta teach. This is why we gotta teach our sons and our daughters and the youth and adults the right way. You see what I'm saying? What does it mean to honor your mother and father? Does it mean that you just do what the hell they say? No.
Right.
It's not what it means. We just read the scripture say you got to do, you serve, you honor thy mother and father in the Lord.
Right.
Keeping these law, statutes, and commandments. Let's get back to the scriptures. Where's we at? Ecclesiasticus chapter 3 and 1. Let's get that stuff from top.
Ecclesiasticus 3 verse 1. Hear me, your father, O children, and do thereafter, that ye may be safe.
Read that again.
Ecclesiasticus 3 verse 1. Hear me, your father, O children, and do thereafter, that ye may be safe.
And say, hear me, your father, O children, and do thereafter, that ye may be safe. Ain't that what we talking about?
Right.
Ain't that what we just talking about, the National Guard coming in? The Lord say, hear me, your father, O children, and do thereafter, that ye may be safe. You see what I'm saying? Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, the Most High is our Father.
Right.
This is how we honor Him, man. To do thereafter, and when we do thereafter, He said we'll be safe, man.
Right.
If we don't do thereafter, we won't be safe. And that's just the climate that we're living in. And that's why these OGs and these so-called black leaders, these Christian pastors and these Muslim imams, this is why they're so wicked out. Because they're teaching the brothers, they're teaching the young generations not to serve our only power, man. Go ahead, give me verse 2, Brother Michelle.
Come. Until I get my back.
Whenever you get it, go and take it.
Come on, from the screen. Like, my bad, I was trying to get a precept. When you was talking about be safe, I was going to get the precept. 100 shall fall by thy side. Yeah, that's what I was trying to get, but I got you. I'm back on it. Verse 2, Ecclesiastes chapter 3, verse 2. For the Lord hath given the father honor over the children, and have confirmed the authority of the mother over the son.
Say, for the Lord have given the father honor over the children, and have confirmed the authority of the mother over the sons. You understand? Like, this is what it means to honor your parents. You see what I'm saying? Your father and your mother and your father has been given authority over us.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? And it's twofold. It's twofold. You understand? Our parents have been given authority over us, our mother and our father. But as parents, we have a responsibility. We have a responsibility to raise them and teach them the correct way.
Right.
You understand? Because far too often, we raising kids the wrong way. We teaching them the wrong way. You see what I'm saying? And they honoring certain things, but they're honoring things that's going to make them enemies, make us enemies to the Lord.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? So this is twofold. It's a, read that again.
Ecclesiasticus 3 verse 2. For the Lord hath given the father honor over the children,
Uh-huh.
and hath confirmed the authority of the mother over the sons.
Go ahead, keep going.
Verse 3. Whoso honoreth his father maketh an atonement for his sins.
Whoso honoreth his father maketh an atonement for his sins. You understand? What is this saying? What does this mean? Good.
Right. So is it basically whoever, if you do what your father say, and as long as it's righteously, you know what I'm saying, if that makes atonement for your sins.
Yeah. Whoso honor his father make atonement for your sins. You feel me? We got to learn. Good.
I was gonna say that's powerful right there, because a lot of people in our community, including myself at one point, looked at our fathers like, "Yo, you wasn't woo-woo or whatever."
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And like, this is something you never like. It's, you know what I'm saying? The ISUPK don't know the truth. Like, you would never even hear this scripture ever.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And a lot of us is taught like look down on our fathers.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But not knowing like that's an atonement for our sins and we honor our father. That's powerful.
And here's the powerful part about it, right? We don't realize that the same oppressor that we're fighting is the same oppressor that our fathers had to fight.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? Our fathers may have fallen weak. You see what I'm saying? But now we in the truth.
Right.
You coming to the truth. You coming to the truth for the Lord. You see what I'm saying? You start saying that, man, we up against the same beast. We up against the same oppressor. You start to have a little bit of compassion for your father. Then you see what I'm saying? You got a lot of sons that when they get older, they hated their fathers when they were younger. They had heard so many horror stories from their mother. They hated their fathers when they were young. And as they grew older and they created and they had families, they said, damn, you know what?
Right.
Man, my father, man, I ain't saying he was perfect. But at least me and him got to have a conversation because I understand him on a different level now. You see what I'm saying? It's a he that honors his father makes atonement for his sins. We got to realize if you don't want to get past whatever, if you don't want to get past whatever offense your father has, you know, in your mind committed against you, what's going to happen is you're bound to repeat that same offense to your children. You see what I'm saying? Because the mindset isn't always, you know, my father, he didn't do this for me, you know, so I'm gonna make sure I do that. You know, you start overcompensating. But a lot of times what you see is, man, I ain't had that shorty be hard. My father wasn't around. I mean, shorty don't need all that. You see what I'm saying? Like, same way I came up, you know, I ain't had that. I was hard. You see what I'm saying? You start to repeat the same behaviors.
That's powerful.
You see what I'm saying? Like, that cycle just continues. That cycle continues until you start realizing, yo, we fighting the same beast. We fighting the same oppressor. Understand? Like the same oppressor that I'm at war with, my father was at war with. And he set my father up in 30 different ways from Sunday. You see what I'm saying? And he fell victim to it. So should I hate my father? Should I hate my father because he was a victim to what this oppressor did to him? No. You see what I'm saying? Read that again.
Verse 3. Ecclesiastes chapter 3, verse 3. Whoso honoreth his father maketh an atonement for his sins.
Keep on.
Verse 4. And he that honoreth his mother is as one that lay up in treasure.
It said, he that honoreth his mother is as one that layeth up treasure. You see what I'm saying? You got a lot of people who say that they respect and they revere their parents, their mother. Love my mother, you see what I'm saying? But how can you truly love your mother when you go out here and you sin against the Lord?
Right.
You see what I'm saying? You understand? I understand we fighting this oppressor, but it's certain things that we do that shows us that we hate the Most High, that we can't possibly love our mother. You see what I'm saying? If you selling dope and you getting that you go to jail and get that bid, your mother's stressed out.
Right.
It's a lot of mothers and grandmothers that then croaked over and went to the grave stressing about that brother in the streets. They could not sleep at night because they just knew something was going to happen to them. They sitting by the phone call late at night, just knowing that they're going to get a phone call or knock on the door saying your son or your grandson has been unalive. You see what I'm saying? But it say him who honoreth his mother is like a person who lays up treasure. You see what I'm saying? When you lay up treasure, you start putting it away. Right. You putting it away. You see what I'm saying? That's how we supposed to be. That's how you honor your parents, man. Keep going.
Come. Verse 5. Whoso honoreth his father shall have joy of his own children. And when he maketh his prayer, he shall be heard.
Whoso honoreth his father shall have joy of his own children. Do you not realize it's hard to enjoy your own children if you have not forgiven your own father?
Right.
You see what I'm saying? You damn near become jealous of your own children.
Right.
Shit, they got me. You feel me? I ain't had, if I'd have had somebody like me, you see what I'm saying? Like, that's what the producers are. You can't even be joyful or happy about your own children, huh? You understand? Go ahead.
Like, this is a powerful class. All right. You know how many people I talk to who say stuff like that though? Like,
yeah.
And I done caught myself saying that, like, yo, bro, they be all right, bro. I ain't had that. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, that's just mad powerful because at the end of the day, like you said, yo, you just creating, you becoming what you thought you wasn't trying to become. You know what I'm saying? That's just powerful.
And that's the issue. That's the problem that we have. You see what I'm saying? But the Christian church never teaches this.
Right.
They never teach us how to truly honor our mother, truly honor our father. You see what I'm saying? If it's not going out and getting a gift on Mother's Day and Father's Day, they looking at you like, who are you? You're worthless.
Right.
You ain't got no respect for your parents. You see what I'm saying? That's not what the Lord said. It's not what the Lord is teaching us. You see what I'm saying? Keep going.
Come. Verse 7. Oh, Salakia. Verse 6. He that honoreth his father shall have a long life, and he that is obedient unto the Lord shall be a comfort to his mother.
Here we go. He that honoreth his father shall have a long life, man. Do you know the wisdom? Do you know the wisdom that you can get from your father, especially if you got a father in the truth? You got a father in the truth, and you've been raised up, and you learn to honor your father, and you feel invincible. You feel literally invincible. Like, how would it feel to know that you can go to your father and any question you had in your life could get answered?
All right.
You understand? Any problem that you had in life could get solved. You see what I'm saying? He that honoreth his father shall have a long life, man. And read the second part.
And he that is obedient unto the Lord shall be a comfort to his mother.
That's what we just talked about. He that is obedient to the Lord shall be a comfort to his mother. Your mother can sleep at night when she know you ain't out here on these streets.
Right.
Being like the so-called white man and selling all the tons of drugs and getting high. You see what I'm saying? Doing all manners of wickedness. Your mother can actually sleep. That's a comfort to her to know that she got a son. Never, here's the thing. You come into this truth, you come into the ISUPK, and hey, shalom to the sister Latoya too, checking there. You come into this truth, right? And what you're gonna realize is your relationship is may change with your mother, with your father. You see what I'm saying? You can't talk to them like you normally do.
All right.
You see what I'm saying? You can't have the same conversation because what you're saying, they're not going to agree with. You feel me?
Right.
But over a period of time, when they see your actions and your behavior start to change, they may not agree with what you're saying, but they're going to see how you're living your life. You feel me?
Right.
And they can have comfort that my son or my daughter, they serving the Lord. You see what I'm saying? At the end of the day, I may not agree with it,
right,
but I know they living right.
Right.
That's a comfort to any mother. That's a comfort to a mother to know her son is living right, that he not getting high, that he not out here selling drugs, he not out here pimping and sleeping with hoes. You see what I'm saying? That's a comfort to a mother, huh?
Right.
This is what it means to honor your mother and your father, to live your life by serving the Lord, huh? Keep going.
But
It's like, yo, you
I
got
would say that like this is so powerful, right? So, you know, I got three kids, right?
yeah.
And I mean, I be worried, bro. You know, it's a lot, yes, sir. But I be worried. I be like, yo, smash stuff be going to my head, like, yo. But the thing that when you know that they keep the laws,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? So this scripture hit home when you realize that like you become a comfort, not just to your mother, but also, you know what I'm saying, to the father too, because at the same time, like you realize that yo, you're my son, you know what I'm saying, doing what he's supposed to do. You know what I'm saying? So like
Hey, Salaki, put a 1 in the chat if you can hear me now. If you can hear and you got the sound back, put a 1 in the chat. We might have to go back to the
They got it was a 1.
Con nigga here now. Okay, go back to the previous to the previous.
Verse 7. He that feareth the Lord will honor his father and will do service unto his parents as to his masters.
They say, he that feareth the Lord will honor his father, will do service unto his parent as to his masters. And what he's bringing out is your parents are going to get old one day. You see what I'm saying? So it's simple things that we don't think of right now that causes them great concern. Going to the supermarket, getting groceries, that causes them stress because who's going to help them bring that into the house now?
Right.
You understand? Your father can't cut the grass the way he used to. He can't cut them hedges. He can't do the little side jobs around the house like he used to. You see what I'm saying? This causes him to be stressed out. But if you do service to your parents, man. What greater joy is it for a father to have a son that comes over and takes care of him, man?
Right.
Come down and sit down and talk to him a couple times a week. You see what I'm saying? Hey, Dad, I know you need the grass cut. Let me go in and get on top of it. You see what I'm saying? Hey, Mom, when you go into the market, I'm gonna go with you. I carry all the stuff in the house for you. You see what I'm saying? This is how you honor your mother and your father.
Right.
God damn, keeping them false religions, man.
Right.
God damn them holidays that we want to keep. You see what I'm saying? Like, who gives a damn about that? The Lord certainly does not. You feel me? He do not care about that Mother's Day card. This is how you show and honor your mother and your father. Keep going.
Verse 8. Honor thy father and mother, both in word and deed, that a blessing may come upon thee from them.
They say, honor thy father and thy mother, both in word and deed. That means it's an action that has to take place. Yeah, I mean, don't honor them by word. Mother's Day, people start putting everything on social media. They got the little Boys II Men music on. You see what I'm saying? They posting it all on Mother's Day. They showing everything that they did for that. Nah, do it in deed. It's an action that goes behind that. You see what I'm saying? When your mother get to that point where as though she can't take care of herself, man, you may have to go over there and change her. You may have to go over there and bathe her. She may have to come and live with you in your red, or you and your husband. She may have to come in. You know what I mean? Are you going to put her in that nursing home? You see what I'm saying? We got all them Hamites in there abusing them,
right,
and treating them crazy, talking to them any kind of way. You paying all that damn money for them to be in them institutions, man. They treat them wicked. You see what I'm saying? Doing all manners of wickedness to them, making them feel like straight garbage. You going to do that, or you going to move them in with you? You see what I'm saying? Indeed. Honor them indeed, man, in your actions. Keep going.
Verse 9. For the blessing of the father establishes the houses of the children, but the curse of the mother rooteth out foundation.
For the blessing of the father establishes the houses of the children. You understand? Like when you have a father, you see what I'm saying? He establishes his household, man. That's the blessing in that. That's the blessing in that. That father, he establishes that household, man. That's what you come up in. That's why you got to honor him, man. But the curse of the mother rooteth out foundations. You understand? You do certain things and you're not honoring your mother, that can root out foundations. That can take. How many people had issues with their mother before? You feel me?
Right.
Next thing you know, they come up, they don't know their grandkids. You see what I'm saying? You only want to bring your grandkids around. You see what I'm saying? There's a lot of grandparents like that. They don't know their grandkids, man. There's the issues that the mother or the mother in the child and had. You see what I'm saying? That's not how you honor your parents, man. Keep going.
Verse 10. Glory not in the dishonor of thy father, for thy father's dishonor is no glory unto thee.
Listen, don't glory in something dishonorable with your father. You know, don't sit there and how do you glory in the dishonor of your father?
Right.
Give me an example of that. Somebody give me an example of that. How do you glory in that? Good.
Basically, is it always talking bad about your father?
And right. Always talking down about him. Yeah, yo, my father wasn't there. He ain't do this for me. He ain't do X, Y, and Z. And man, I had to get it out the mud. You see what I'm saying? You feel me? But I mean, listen, that's no glory to you.
Right.
That's weak. That's weak sitting there and
Right.
you know, whining and crying about how you didn't have certain things. You feel me? You're in the truth out.
Right.
The Lord didn't grant you mercy to even be in this truth out. You see what I'm saying? Your father is fighting the same oppressor. What the hell you gonna sit there and keep running your mouth about your father for, man? You see what I'm saying? You run your mouth about your father, but you won't run your mouth about this oppressor.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? It say, glory not in the dishonor of thy father, for thy father dishonor is no glory. That's not no glory to you. Shit's gonna look good. You keep running your mouth and talking slick about your father.
Right.
Keep going.
Come, verse 11. For the glory of a man is from the honor of his father, and a mother is and a mother is dishonor is a reproach to the children.
I say, for the glory of a man is from the honor of his father. You feel me? How does it feel to hear your father say, son, I'm proud of you?
Right.
Hey, son, that's a good job. You feel me? Hey, son, you doing your thing. You feel me? Yeah, I mean, that's when you, I mean, man can't tell you nothing. I mean, my father was hard on me. My father hard on me. Like, you got a hard father who you feel me? He say, son, I'm proud of you. You did your thing. Can't nobody tell you nothing.
Right.
Can't nobody tell you nothing. I'm telling you. You get a praise. That's like, if you're in this truth, how does it feel for Commanding General Hunter or General Muhammad to say, well done, out?
All right.
You see what I'm saying? You stick your chest out a little bit, like, you feel me? You stick your chest out a little bit. Go ahead.
Like, so we made a video of one of my classes, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I seen General Muhammad thumbed it up. I go to my friend like, yeah.
Yeah.
Like, the general saw my class.
Yeah.
But that's how I feel.
Yeah. There's nothing like getting that, hey, I'm proud of you from your father. You see what I'm saying? Read the second part of that again.
Come. And a mother in dishonor is a reproach to the children.
Say a mother in dishonor is a reproach to the children. You feel me? Like a dishonorable mother is a reproach to her children now. You see what I'm saying? That mother that tells you your father wasn't nothing. He wasn't no good for nothing, this, that, and third, you feel me? Listen, she is a reproach to her children.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? Like, that's why I say this is twofold. You see what I'm saying? Yeah, our children, honor your mother and your father. But as parents, we have to do things a certain way. We have to teach them a certain way. That's why the generations before us failed us.
Right.
You understand? We have failed the generation that came after us, you feel me? Because they're not taught the right way. Who are they supposed to honor? You see what I'm saying? This is why this is twofold. You see what I'm saying? Keep going.
Come. Verse 12. My son, help thy father in his age, and grieve him not as long as he liveth.
My son, help thy father in his age, man. That's what we was talking about earlier, you know? Give him a hand. You see what I'm saying? You know, your father, he getting up in age, man. You know, he a man at the end of the day. So, you know, it's hard for him to take help sometimes.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? But you see the grass getting high, go over there and cut it, man. You see what I'm saying? You see some work need to be done, some doors need to be put on the hinges or something like that, go do it. Take care of that. You see what I'm saying? And grieve him not as long as he liveth. You feel me? How do you grieve your father? How do you grieve your father? Do it.
That being like, when you know you gotta go do something for your father, you're like, man, I gotta go over here.
Yeah. Making it like everything he asks you to do is a burden. All right. You see what I'm saying? Man, stop being, don't be a female Doug, you know? Like, don't treat your father like that, huh? You see what I'm saying? Be the son that when your father, hey, Pops, I got you, I'm on my way. Hey, I can't get there today, but I'll be there tomorrow. Be that way. Don't grieve your father, you feel me? Let your father take pride. Man, I got a son who take care of me, huh? Right. You see what I'm saying? You be that son. You understand? If you're a female and you got a father, be that kind of daughter. Don't be the daughter that always got something going on. Always got something to do when your father asks you to do something. You feel me? Be the daughter that's willing to drop what you got going on to go and take care of your father, your mother. You see what I'm saying? Be that kind of kid. That's how you honor your mother and your father. Keep going.
Kind of one come. Verse 13. And if his understanding fail, have patience with him, and despise him not when thou art in thy full strength.
It said, and if his understanding fail, have patience with him. You know, your parents will get to a point where is that they may be forgetful. You see what I'm saying? You go pick them up. And you on the road, man. You're half an hour into this journey. Hey, I forgot such and such. You got to turn the car around. You feel me? Man, don't make them feel crazy. Be patient with them. Don't make your parents feel crazy because they're getting older. They may forget things. You see what I'm saying? They may not have all the information, but be patient with them. Show them, have a little compassion for your own parents. You see what I'm saying? That's how you honor them. Man, every time you forget everything. Every time we go to do something, man, I gotta eat. Don't be that person. You see what I'm saying? They the kind of people that's gonna still post on social media, you know, on Mother's Day and Father's Day. You see what I'm saying? What they did for their parents. You see what I'm saying? But when they get around their parents and their parents forget something, they treat them crazy, talking to them crazy. You see what I'm saying? Mistreat them. You see what I'm saying? Ain't got no compassion for them. That's what happens. Keep going.
Kind of one come. Verse 14. For the relieving of thy father shall not be forgotten, and instead of his sins, it shall be added to build thee up.
For the relieving of thy father shall not be forgiven, and instead of sins, it shall be added to build thee up. When they say for the relieving thy father should not be forgotten, meaning you start taking on the responsibilities that your father once had. Relieve him of his duties. You see what I'm saying? Give him a break. You see what I'm saying? Pops ain't got, he ain't got to cut that. He ain't got to do the grass, you feel me? Pops, he ain't got to take mama to the market. I take it. Let him sit back and watch his football game on Sunday. You see what I'm saying? Let him be comfortable. Relieve him of these duties. You see what I'm saying? And they say, and instead of sins, it shall be added to build thee up. This is going to build you up. It's going to build him up. You see what I'm saying? That's what happens, man. When you truly honor your mother and father, that's how it happens. People.
Verse 15. In the day of thine affliction, it shall be remembered. Thy sins also melt away as the ice in the fair warm weather.
In the day of thine affliction, it shall be remembered. Thy sins also shall melt away. Thy sins also shall melt away as the ice in the fair warm weather. You feel me? Listen, it's going to come a time where you're going to need this mercy and this grace out. You see what I'm saying? Honor your father and your mother, that the Lord may have mercy on you. You see what I'm saying? The Lord can have mercy on you. Man, look how he treated his father, man. He was there. He honored his mother and father. You feel me? He did it the right way. You feel me? I'm going to have mercy on him. You see what I'm saying? That's why I say that our days be long. Lord can have a little bit of mercy on you. See how you treat your parents, man. You understand? That's how it works. Keep going.
Verse 16. He that forsaketh his father is as a blasphemer, and he that angereth his mother is cursed of God.
And this is the other side of it. You feel me? You forsake your father. Man, he ain't no good, man. I don't want nothing to do with him. And he wasn't there for me. You forsake your father, you're blasphemer. The Lord's calling you a blasphemer. You know why? Because you're doing something that he told you not to do. You're blaspheming against him. You see what I'm saying? And 9 times out of 10, you're going to repeat that same behavior. It has happened. It's proven. You see what I'm saying? He that angereth his mother is cursed of God. You feel me? That's not talking about your mother getting angry because you're not celebrating Mother's Day. She get angry, so what? Remember, this got to be in the Lord. You feel me? When your mother's getting angry, it's because you doing something against God. You understand? You out here in the streets. You understand? You out here doing everything that you know not to do. You see what I'm saying? You anger your mother, you get cursed of God. And this is what we got to understand, man. When the scriptures say, honor thy mother and honor thy father, this is what it means.
Right.
This is what it takes. Let me get Ecclesiasticus 8:6, Brother Kashar.
I don't want to come. So 8 and 6.
8 and 6.
Ecclesiasticus verse 8. Ecclesiasticus chapter 8, verse 6. Dishonor not a man. Dishonor not a man in his old age, for even some of us wax old.
Dishonor not a man in his old age, for even some of us wax old. You see what I'm saying? This is pretty much picking up on what we just left off. You feel me? Don't disrespect your father. Don't disrespect your that age, man. You see what I'm saying? You know, remember, this is all in the Lord. This is why it's twofold. So when you see us on the streets and we battling the old head, you see what I'm saying? We not disrespecting him. We not dishonoring him. You see what I'm saying? We're actually having mercy.
Right.
Because we got to battle the spirit that's on him that's keeping him from serving the Lord. You understand? But you got a man who's serving the Lord. Don't dishonor him. Don't dishonor him by being wicked and being evil. You see what I'm saying? They say for all of us wax old. Read that one time.
Ecclesiasticus chapter 8, verse 6. Dishonor not a man in his old age, for even some of us wax old.
Even some of us wax old, you feel me? That's if we get to that age. You see what I'm saying? Some of us may not get to that age. And in Black, Hispanics, and Native Americans, a lot of us have thought that, by age 21, 22, we might be dead anyway. You see what I'm saying? And that's the other side of this coin, where you got the old heads that's teaching us the wrong way and leading us into this way of life that's going to have us unalive by the time we're 21 and 22. You understand? If I could, let me get Matthew 15 and 4.
Matthew chapter 15, verse 4. For God commanded, saying, honor thy father and mother, and he that curseth thy father or mother, let him die the death.
I say, for God commanded, saying, honor thy father. We just read that in Exodus 20, right? I say, honor thy father and thy mother, and he that curseth his father or mother. Listen up. Don't talk bad about your parents. Don't curse your parents. Don't sit there and think that you're so much better than them and, they this, that, and the third. Don't have that spirit on you. You understand? Because the Lord will see you for that. He will visit you behind that. You see what I'm saying? The same oppressor that we're fighting right now is the same oppressor that they've been fighting longer than us. You see what I'm saying? Have a little bit of compassion. Have a little bit of mercy. You see what I'm saying? And this is what we got to do. And the biggest thing is to realize when we do not do the things that our parents tell us to do because it's against the Lord, that is not us dishonoring our parents.
Right.
However, we're honoring the Most High God himself. You feel me? It's more important. You should always honor the Most High. If what your parents are telling you to do is conflicting with the word of the Lord, that's why the scripture said, honor thy father and mother in the Lord. If they're telling us to do something outside of that, we don't have to do it. And guess what? You should not feel bad about it. Don't feel bad because you didn't celebrate Mother's Day. Don't feel bad because you didn't celebrate Christmas and you didn't go to Thanksgiving dinner. Don't feel bad because you didn't say happy birthday, Mom, and you didn't go out here and get all these expensive gifts. Don't feel bad about that. because you didn't go to Thanksgiving and Christmas dinner. Don't feel bad about it. You see what I'm saying? Rather, just know and feel good at the fact that you honored the Most High.
Right.
You understand? That's what we got to do. Honor the Most High. But in the event that your parents are telling you to do something that is not against the Lord, you feel me? Honor your parents, man. You know? So just as a recap, you know, we're going through the 10 Commandments because the generations that came before us, they have not done their job. They have failed. They have failed the youth, man. They have failed the young men and the young women in teaching them the right ways and teaching them how to serve the Lord, man. And because of that, we have nothing but mayhem and disorder. You feel me? This is how we're going to restore and bring order back to our communities, by teaching our people the correct way to serve the Lord. So, as a recap, we're going through the 10 Commandments. Now I'm gonna give everybody a shot. Now we went through the first 4. We just covered one more. So can anybody? Hey, Uriah, I hate to keep blocking you out, you feel me? But Uriah cannot answer this. Online, you can answer this. Anybody can name the first 5 commandments in order. Good.
All right, so first one is thou shalt have no other gods before me.
Hold on. If there's anybody online that want to take a shot, put a 2 in the chat. If there's anybody online that want to take a chat,
No, you're right.
if it's yeah, you're right. You can't answer this. If there's anybody else in the chat that want to answer this,
Oh,
okay. Let's see. So that's Sister Latoya. She say, "Thou shalt have no gods." All right. So hold on. So she said that's. So she's want to answer. So Latoya, what's the first? I'm gonna do you. Give me the first 2 commandments. Give me the first 2 commandments. You can type that in the chat. You do the first 2.
so 2.
Yeah, I told them put a 2 if they want to take a shot at it. Thou shalt have no other gods before me. Okay, that's 1. Mind you, this is Cole's book. This is a closed book. You feel me? Thou shalt have no gods and worship no false idols. Okay, so Latoya got the first 2. Thou shalt have no gods before me. Thou shalt have no worship any false idols and whatnot. Inez, if you want, you're going to take a shot at 3 and 4. Yeah, the sisters coming in heavy. Let's give Inez a second. We're looking for the 3rd and 4th commandment. Let's see if we can get them in order. Inez, I don't know if you're there, but if you are, you can do the 3rd and 4th one. If not, I'm gonna have to let somebody else grab it. I don't think Inez on, so
Right.
when brother in the class want to take it? Go, Brian. We on 3. What's the 3rd one?
Oh, you got 3.
Oh. Inez came in. Hold on. 3. Thou shalt not say thy name. Use the name of the Lord and use the name of the Most High in vain. That's right. So Inez got that right. So have no other gods before me. Shouldn't worship any false idols. That's number 2. Thou shalt not take the Lord thy God name in vain. That's 3. And thou shalt keep the Sabbath day holy. That's 4. What's the 5th one?
Honor thy mother and thy father.
Honor thy mother and thy father. So those are the first 5 commandments right there. Those are the first 5 out of the 10 in Exodus 20. You feel me? So next class, we're going to keep going. Until we get through all of them. You see what I'm saying? So, we're going to ask this again next week. So we're going to etch this into everybody's brain. Yeah, I mean, the order of these commandments, man, because here's the thing. It say write the law. It say write them in your heart. You see what I'm saying? Meditate on these laws day and night. You see what I'm saying? What does it mean? What does it mean to keep these commandments? What are the commandments? So now we're going through and we're breaking them down. You see what I'm saying? So This is how we learn. This is how we write these things in our heart, man. So with that, we're the ISUPK, the Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge, coming straight out of 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York. We're under Commanding General Yohana. If it's not under Commanding General Yohana, it's not the truth. We've been bringing this out since 1969, that Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans are the true biblical Jews of the Bible. And our oppressor, the so-called white man, is the devil that the Bible speaks of. And at this time, we're going to call up Officer Goodnight for reading of the security announcements. Hey, shalom, Baltimore.
These are the security announcements. We are the ISUPK out of 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York, under Commanding General Yohana. New rules for new brothers and sisters. When a new brother or sister comes into the school, they are off limits for 6 months. They are to be saluted only. They're here to shut themselves of the world. After 6 months, if a brother or sister has an interest in a particular person, he or she must get permission from the head to marry. Salakia. Get permission from the head to speak to a brother or sister. There is another 6 months in which the brother or sister will court each other. After the 6 month period, the brother or sister will get permission from the head to marry. Tithes, which is a commandment. You can find it in Numbers 18, verses 21, and Malachi chapter 3, verses 8 through 10. Means 10th in Hebrew and is pronounced Mayashra. 10% of every penny of any increase the Lord gives you, you give to the Treasury Department or teacher. Priest fund, which is a free will offering for priests, not mandatory whatsoever amount you would like to give. Up and coming Holy Convocation, the blowing of the trumpets, which is September the 21st. September the 21st. Remind Akim and Akwathium to check in on social media such as ISUPK.com, Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, and so on for ISUPK events and materials. If a brother wants to be a trooper in the school, then he has to start wearing all black, which includes black boots, shirts, pants, headbands, and the scarves. And with that, Mr. Vinsborough, we're going to give one courteous salute to the teacher, Mr. Vinsborough Amaya. Amaya Shabbat, Amaya Barak, Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shah Barakah. Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shah Barakah. As a batah, class dismissed.
Hey, listen, brothers and sisters, man. If you like what you hear, hit the subscribe button, man. Subscribe to this channel. And also, please, go to ISUPK.com and pay your tithe. Drop me some cash so we can move around this planet like we need to, man, and do the things we need to do.
They're 1 West. They're 1 West. They're 1 West. They're